In a quiet little town, there lived a troubled man named John. Once a bright and innocent youth, his life took a terrible dark turn when he stumbled upon a hidden world of temptation at a very young age. It all started with explicit imagery he found by accident at the age of 11, leading him into the clutches of a powerful addiction. As the years passed, this addiction tightened its grip, leaving John lost and struggling through his late teens and early 20s. By the time he reached his mid-20s, he found himself trapped in a downward spiral, unable to hold a job or form any type of meaningful relationship. His soul was enslaved by this haunting addiction, and his life became a tale of despair. Now, this story might be very similar to your story because it is the same story of many young men out there. And this is the story of how pornography can take over your life. The history of pornography dates way back, thousands of years, when humans first learned to express their ideas abstractly. However, it was during the mid-19th century that modern pornography started to emerge, thanks to the printing press bringing all the charm and elegance of the Victorian era. In the Victorian era, the industry began to grow, with much of the material coming from France and circulating into England. A significant breakthrough occurred in 1880 when a printing machine was capable of reproducing photographs cheaply and conveniently was invented. Who said money can't buy happiness? This innovation paved the way for the publication of magazines featuring nude models, signaling the rise of photographic pornography. The advent of moving pictures marked the start of porn's audio-visual era. Access was constrained to cinemas until about the 1970s, when VCRs revolutionized the industry, enabling low-cost production and private consumption at home. The true golden age of pornography arrived at the birth of the internet in the 1990s. Because what's more golden than gigabytes and explicit content? Unlike the traditional formats, the internet made pornography material widely accessible through various websites and multimedia formats like videos, animations, and text. The anonymity of the internet also empowered consumers to become producers, resulting in the overwhelming abundance of explicit content. The effects of pornography on young men and society are undeniably concerning and have far-reaching consequences. Exposure to sexually explicit content perpetrates harmful and sexist beliefs about sex and relationships, because nothing says equality quite like objectifying everyone. Young men who consume porn more often than not adopt aggressive sexual attitudes, while women are objectified and depicted as submissive. Research indicates that consuming porn can lead to increased support for sexual coercion and even contribute to a highly likelihood of something that we're not going to say here in this video because I don't want to be demonetized. So this is the perfect conversation starter at family gatherings. These negative repercussions extend beyond individual behavior and have a significant impact on society as a whole, shaping a generation of well-adjusted individuals. Pornography has been linked to lower marriage rates as young men struggle to form meaningful and lasting relationships. The addiction to explicit content leads to a decline in work productivity and a lack of motivation to actively participate in both the workforce and dating life, and just making your own life better. Studies reveal a concerning decline in men's testosterone levels, leading to physical and psychological problems. Excessive focus on virtual pleasure replaces real human interaction, leaving people disconnected from reality. The harmful influence of pornography extends to sexual promiscuity among the youth, promoting a greater acceptance of premarital relations and multiple sexual partners. But who doesn't love a good adventure anyway, right? The increased engagement and risky behavior raises the likelihood of unwanted pregnancies and sexually transmitted infections, affecting individual and society's well-being. Moreover, the consumption of pornography content adversely affects marriages and relationships. It diminishes the level of commitment, satisfaction, and intimacy between partners. The act of watching porn can promote infidelity and distrust, eroding the foundation of trust and love in relationships. Despite overwhelming evidence of its terrible effects, the pornography industry continues to thrive, driven by its expansion of the internet. What a wholesome success story. It has transformed into a multi-billion-dollar empire, with revenues reaching staggering amounts worldwide. The ease of accessibility to pornography content on the internet has fueled the industry's growth, catering to the terrible demand. The pursuit of knowledge at its very finest. However, this demand has a dark and sinister side, leading to an increase in criminal activities like you can fill in the blank here. Like I said, I don't want to be demonetized for this. Trafficking preys on vulnerable women, promising false and exploiting their desperation for profit, causing immense human suffering. The alarming rise of exploitation of the underage definitely needs to be addressed as well. However, I cannot talk about it in this video without it being taken down. Breaking free from the clutches of pornography addiction requires determination, resilience, and a multifaceted approach. Or, you could just press Ctrl-Alt-Delete. But anyway, seriously, here are some strategies and lifestyle changes that individuals can use to reclaim their life. Number one, probably the most controversial one, is the NoFap movement. The very first thing is you can join the NoFap community. It's a great gateway, which promotes abstaining from pornography and masturbation. Engaging in NoFap challenges can help regain self-control over impulses and redirect focus towards healthier pursuits. Number two, seek professional help. For severe addiction, consider seeking professional help or therapy. Trained therapists can help address underlying emotional and psychological factors contributing to the addiction. 3. Build a support network. Surround yourself with trusted friends, family, support members, or support groups. Sharing experiences and struggles with others facing the similar challenges can create a sense of camaraderie and understanding. Number 4. Exercise and mindfulness. One of my personal favorite. Engage in regular physical activity to release endorphins, reduce stress, and promote a positive state of mind. Combining exercise with mindfulness practices like meditation or yoga can help you gain greater self-awareness and combat urges. Number 5, content filters and blockers. Use content filters and blockers on electronic devices to limit exposure to pornography, reducing the temptation and facilitating the path to recovery. Number 6, return to traditional roots. A lot of people aren't going to like this because this goes against the modern word and the modern world, but embracing traditional values and meaningful connections will help you build a community to get over this. Refocus energies on building authentic relationships. A lot of people hate to hear it, but that's one of the most important ones. Number 7, seek healthy intimacy. Address the root of the cause of the addiction by exploring and improving intimate relationships. Communicate openly with partners and seek intimacy in meaningful ways to foster genuine connection. John's journey through pornography addiction led to a courageous decision to finally break free. More like a superhero level bravery. Supported by loved ones and professionals, he embraced the NoFap movement, fitness and mindfulness, forming a network of understanding friends. With full dedication, John finally learned to recognize and combat triggers, redirecting his energies towards productive and meaningful pursuits, like solving world hunger and achieving world peace. He reconnects with his traditional roots, embracing values that foster genuine human connections. As the years passed, John's transformation was remarkable. He found solace in the tranquility of a homestead where he lived with his loving wife and children. Oh, don't forget about the dog either, because this bliss is where it is at. Breaking free from the suffocating grip of pornography allowed him to build a life centered around authentic love and purpose. Conquering darkness only made him stronger, wiser, and inspired him to hope for a better future against addiction. The battle against pornography addiction remains a daunting challenge, but stories like John's reveal that there is hope for a better future. Through dialogue, empathy, and support, we can pave the way for a world where genuine connections thrive, banishing pornography's shadow for good. Because who needs fake connections when you can have the real deal?